All right, y'all, so I'm going to show you really quickly what I found worked best for me when printing out these images. I do have my own printer at home, so I'm not sure what the printer is going to want you to do when trying to print these images here. But I found that I did run into some problems when it came to printing things, printing these out. So here it is. So once I saved the image as a PDF, and I'm going to try to hurry up and do this because I'm not going to be on a tripod for this one. I have 3 pages, of course, the left, the right, and the center. So for the left and the right sides, which I printed first, I found myself having to come back here to the PDF download. Right here, I click here and I save it because I don't want to print directly from this screen. So I've already saved it as pink, white, black, hobby lobby, panel, la la la. So that was the first one. And then after it downloaded in the, it could be the older model, older program, Adobe Photoshop that I'm using is why I'm running to this. But I'm not sure if everybody's going to have the same problem. But I had to literally download all 3 panels at different times in order for it to pop up on my Adobe. So I've already done one, and then down here, this is the second one. I've already done the second one, and as I go further down, all right, this is the third. So this is the middle one, and then up here you can tell it'll say 3. So I literally have to be on whatever number that I want to download. Well, let me put it this way. I have to be on the actual page I want to print in order for it to pop up on my download when I get ready to open it in this older version of Adobe. So I've already gave it a name, pink, white, black, hobby lobby, panel 3. And as you can tell, I'm going to save it. Yes, I know, I'm going to save it again. As you can tell, it's 3 of 3. So I'm going to open it up, and it's going to take me... All right, no, I don't want to open it up again. So I'm going to go to my Adobe Photoshop program, and now I'm going to open it up. I'm going to bring me here. So now that I'm here, it does show all 3 sides. And this particular one I will be printing at 24 by 75 inch would be the last one, which is the middle one, number 3. I'm going to press OK. Alright, so it popped up right here. So as you can tell, only that one popped up. So at the end of the day, the number 3 did not show, just that one, which it would be the first one. So let's see, file. Let's do image resize. That way I can see which one that is. So it is the 24 by 75. So this is where I'm getting stuck at, because when I saved it as the PDF, literally it's not bringing all 3, just that one. So let's see. So if it's here, do I need to be on 3, y'all? So if y'all been having any problems like that if using Adobe Photoshop, please let me know if it's just my older model program that's doing this, or the newer programs are doing that as well. So now that I do have that up, I am getting ready to print the image. Before I start that print, I want to go over another printing option or information with you. So right here, let's go back to the actual Canva. So I did download this as a PDF print, which is the option that you would want to use when sending it to your printer. And then as a PNG. And I'm going to show you what's the difference between the PDF print and the PNG. So when you're getting ready to download, so I'm going to show you really quickly how to do that. Once you finish designing your template, you're going to go to Share. You want to do Download. And right here, PNG, I think this is going to be the default 2304-7200. So this is the default. This is where you want to send your image to. You want to do this when sending your image as a smaller file. This is PNG is not going to be the file you want to use to send to the printer to print, because it is going to show very small. All right, I'm not going to download it again because, as you can tell, I've already downloaded. But that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you have all 3 pages download if you want to show it individually. Or with this template, I'm going to have a section on there where you would be able to put all 3 panels together, and all you have to do is like show that image, but that's a whole nother subject. All right, the other option, and the option that you're going to want to do, is the PDF print. So this is the option that you want to use to give to the printer, because this is the option that's going to give you true to size prints. So I'm not going to do any of this crops, marks, and bleed, include notes. No, I just want all 3 pages RGB for the best for digital use. CMYK, best for professional printing. You can use this option here if you don't have, see where the crown is? Oh, I guess you got to see it, right? So RGB best for digital, and then CMYK best for professional printing. If you don't have Pro, I have Pro, so I do have an option to do the professional printing. I actually did not do that for this particular image because this is not a customer, so I did RGB. All right, so you want to go to have the RGB option and download. Like I said, I've already downloaded, so I'm not going to do that again. So once you download it, open up that PDF file. This is what you're going to see. Let's zoom out some more if I can. All right, so that's what you're going to see. And then you're going to have all 3 sides. So once you go to, and me, I'm transporting it to Adobe. So whatever software you're using for printing, you may want to open it up there. I don't print directly from the PDF when I download it directly from the PDF, just because I may want to combine my images, especially if it's small and I want to group all of them together. But to give you an idea, so this is the PDF print file that I was able to successfully download. And to give you an idea of the size, so it's going to be 24 by 75 for this particular one. The other ones, the left and right panel, was like 24 by 66.5. But I did make this one larger, just because it is larger than the size. So for the PNG, I'm going to open up the PNG. And as you can tell, wait a minute, nope, that's not the PNG. All right, so this here is the PNG. Same image, but I downloaded as a PNG and not as a PDF print. And I'm going to show you the difference. All right, so you can see the difference. So I did have a lot, and not this here particular, not this particular template, but for the vending machines I was doing, a lot of people would say, oh, it's not the right size. It came smaller than what it's supposed to be. That's because you may have been downloading it as a PNG, which is not going to give you the exact print size. So that's the difference between saving it as a PNG, or should I say downloading it as a PNG, or downloading it as a PDF print. PDF print will give you the true size. PNG is not, okay? I'm going to go ahead and print this here image out. All right, so I'm going to go here to File, Print. I am using the Canon TM200. It's already selected from the other 2 panels I printed. Printer preference. As you can tell, this printer preference is, the printer is still set for the paper size as the small, the left and the right panels, which is smaller than the middle. So I'm going to have to change that page setup. Go up here where it says custom size, scroll down, custom size, and here's where you're going to update the paper size. So I need to put this at 75. Okay, and as you can tell, you will see that the paper size is going to change. So now I'm seeing the whole full image. I'm going to print, and press OK. Alright, y'all, so here's the Canon TM200. I am printing out a large 24 by 75 inch panel for my Hobby Lobby backdrop panels. Since I've had this printer for about, I want to say going on 3 years, I've had to change the print heads one time, and I changed them like, it wasn't even a year I had the printer and I had to change the ink heads. I'm not sure if it's because I went on vacation and I came back, the ink heads were clogged, or what happened. But since then, it's been over a year since then, I haven't had any problems with it. Also, for the ink, it does really well on ink. I think I may have gone through, well, I don't do much printing, so, but I have gone through at least 3 sets of inks. I did buy some refillable ink cartridges to use, but I have not yet been able to find the right ink to go with it. I have not really been looking, but I think for my next refill, the next time I have to redo these cartridges, replace these cartridges, I will do that. So here's the image I'm printing. Now, because this is a large image, the picture was actually stretched out, I want to say. This is supposed to be, I don't know why it's printed like that, so it looks like I may be going through some issues right now. But they're actually supposed to be, I'm going to have to go back and look, find out why Raven is not colored. So, and if that's going to be an issue, I better stop before it prints out more. I'm not even sure why Raven is missing. I might have to just get something to color that in, but that's supposed to be filled with black. Let me go check my screen and see what's going on. Alright, let's hide that. So as I'm looking, I'm not quite sure what happened, but Raven is definitely not colored in. Let me go back to the actual. Alright, so let's go down. So here is the actual image, and this is the one that I literally saved, but for some reason when I brought it in, and let me go back to let's go back to the download. Let's see what's going on. Alright, and as I can tell here, Raven is filled in. So I'm not sure why when I brought it into that Adobe Photoshop program, it literally did not acknowledge that. It came in totally different. So is there anything else missing? Let's see. Everything else looked fine just for this. Maybe it doesn't recognize that they're font. And when I got ready to print this, I did not even pay that a bit of attention. So y'all, before you start printing, kind of go over your image to make sure everything is the way it should be looking, because this definitely isn't what it should be looking like. So let me go ahead and bring it back in and see what happens. Select number 3 and press OK. I have never experienced this here before. This is something totally new to me, y'all. So if you know what's going on right now, please let me know. Cannot complete your requirement because there is not enough memory. And that's probably what's going on. Maybe it wasn't enough memory. Alright, y'all. So I see that I'm going to have to close this program out and bring it back in, just because it's probably too much on the board for it to handle. So yeah, I'm going to do that really quickly. I've already printed this, no need to save it, so I'm just basically gonna log on out of this. See all that on the board? So y'all, if you like me and don't like to, because every time I create something or start working on something, I'm like, no, I need to hold on to that, I need to use this for later. Y'all, this is the problem that you would run into, okay? So when creating, designing, or whatever it is that you do, make sure you clear up your memory on your board, because that was gonna avoid you time and money. Thank God that this isn't a customer order. So let's see what the Raven is missing. I'm gonna go back to Canva and I'm gonna download it again. So I'm gonna do a share, download. I'm downloading as a PDF print, download. And as y'all can tell, I'm gonna zoom in. Raven is how the whole word is still there, so there should not be anything missing. The letter should not be missing when I get ready to download it again. So the letters are there. All right, it has finished downloading. I'm going to open it. I'm going to go to number 3. I'm going to download it and save it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go back to Adobe and open it. And I'm going to select the one with the 1 after it and open. I am going to click on that third box just to make sure that it is highlighted. Press OK. Alright, y'all, so it did it again. So for some reason, this here font is not showing up. I'm not sure why this is doing it. If you have an idea, please feel free to share. Alright, y'all, so for some reason I thought I was recording, I wasn't. So what I have done was I have decided to leave the image as is, the same way it was when I downloaded the other 2 times. But this time I'm going to share, I'm going to do a download, and of course PDF print. But this time I am going to flatten, okay, flatten the PDF. And see how that works out, because maybe I need to flatten the PDF so that none of this text shows up differently when bringing in the older model of Adobe. So let's see what happens, y'all. I'm gonna go to Adobe Photoshop. This here is the one that's in question, the PDF print that was not flattened. So let's see what happens after we flattened it. So I'm gonna go to File, Open. Let's find the one with the number 2 behind it and open. Once again, I'm on Pages. I'm going to select that third page because that's what page we're having the problem out of. And once again, it looks like my computer is about to crash. So I'm thinking it's this older model Photoshop that I'm having problems with at this point. Let me open it again. That's if it doesn't crash on me. And now that I've flattened it, I can see all images now. I'm not going to even select number 3. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to press OK. Alright, so it did. See? Alright, so once again, it did the number 1. So, with that said, I am going to close out of this. Save changes, no. Going to go to File, Open. And this time I am going to select that number 3 page. Y'all, I'm just being cheap. I don't want to have to pay another monthly subscription for nothing. Like, I have too many monthly subscriptions that I have to pay for every month. And I've been here literally working with this here Adobe Photoshop program for over 10 years. This is Element 6. If y'all know anything about Adobe, you know Element 6. I want to say it's been more than 10 years. Maybe 12. But ever since Element 6 been out, that's how long I've been working with this here program. So number 3, I have it selected this time. And I'm going to press OK. And let's hope that the third page actually pops up. So if you are working with an older model program, especially this Adobe Photoshop, this is something you may have to go through. I don't know if, like I said, the new one will do this, but this old program is definitely giving me a hard time. I normally don't have problems like this. This is my first with me getting images distorted like this. I'm not really just showing up and faint. I'm thinking it's because of the actual size of the image. I may be running into this problem, but let's see. Alright, so, alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if this is the right side. Let's see. Let's go to image, resize, image size. Make sure this ain't the PNG. Alright, so this is the right size, the 24 by 75 at 300 dpi. Okay, so if you run into this problem when you get ready to do large prints, I am going to highly suggest to start flattening your images prior to downloading it. Because this is what I was getting before the flat, and this is what I got after I was flattening. So I'm going to suggest at this point forward to flatten your PDF files before downloading. Alright, so I hope this helps somebody who has been having problems with images and text missing from their large prints. Alright, on to the next one.
All right, y'all, so as you can tell, I wound up getting a Sharpie and just coloring in the name, so I didn't let this stop my show.